Once upon a time, the beautiful princess Cinderella and her husband Leo lived in the biggest castle of the country. And her stepmother and stepsisters were jealous that Cinderella was a princess and they were not. So they were still plotting against Cinderella to take her position and her castle.
Cinderella thinks that she's a princess, but she's forgotten who she really is. Yes, she has. She was just the maid of our house. We have to put her back in her place. She's not fit to be a princess.
Lady Puffy was Cinderella's stepmother. With her 2 daughters, Cassandra and Jezebel, she went to the city's most delicious cake and muffin bakery. The baker was Lady Puffy's sister, Xenia, who was secretly a powerful wizard. There were never any customers in her store because she looked so scary and thin. Nobody wanted to buy her bread.
Hey, my favorite customers, Sister Puffy and my nieces. Hello, Auntie. We need you, sis. We wish to make a new evil plan for Cinderella. So you're still miffed about Cinderella, huh? Unless one of my daughters enters the castle as a princess, we will forever be miffed, sis. All right. Just wait for me in the magic room downstairs.
Lady Puffy and her daughters descended into the mysterious magic room under the bakery. Xenia transformed her clothes into a wizard costume just by flicking her fingers once, and she too went downstairs.
Okay, so tell me, what kind of plan do you want me to cook up this time? You will bake for us a huge, delicious, spectacular cake. But for the ingredients,
While Lady Puffy and her jealous daughters were explaining their treacherous plan, meanwhile, in the castle garden, Cinderella was enjoying a beautiful day with her mouse friends. They were playing hide and seek.
I found you, Cheddar. Oh no, I got caught.
Let's see where mozzarella is. So, here? Oh no. Or behind that flower. Ta-da! I found you.
Can't we even beat you in this game, Cinderella?
I guess not. Let's get something to eat. As Cinderella and her mouse friends were about to enter the castle, they heard some shouting behind them.
Cinderella!
Wait! Oh, Lady Puffy and my stepsisters?
Where did they come from? Careful that they don't hurt us.
Lady Puffy and her daughters were carrying a huge package. They slowly approached Cinderella.
Cinderella, the princess of our country. Our beloved sister, we brought a gift for you.
We apologize to you for all the bad things we did. Let our quarrels and arguments cease between us now. We are your dear family. So, are you going to be friendly now?
Yes, of course. Look, we made this beautiful cake in hopes that you would forgive us.
Cinderella was amazed by the cake. She wanted to take a bite right away. But her mouse friends tried to stop her because they did not believe Puffy's intentions.
Wait, Cinderella, don't eat it!
Cinderella did not listen to the mice and plunged her hand into the cake and started eating it like she was starving. Seeing this, Puffy and her daughters laughed with pleasure. Enjoy your meal, Cinderella. Cinderella began to sweat and feel bad before she could even swallow her last bite. Then she suddenly dropped the piece of cake in her hand, and her hands became tiny. Then her feet got smaller and smaller.
Ow! Cinderella, what is happening?
Cinderella suddenly became a tiny person. She was the size of a mouse.
Oh no! Oh no, I'm shrinking! I can't believe it! Everything looks huge and very dangerous.
Now look at the princess of our country. She got tiny like a mouse.
If Prince Leo sees you like this, he will definitely find another princess.
Come on, girls. Let's get to work right now.
Oh yeah, here we come, Prince Leo.
Puffy and her daughters nearly stepped on Cinderella as they rushed away to dress up pretty for the prince.
Ow! Watch out! How am I going to fix it? How? Don't worry, Cinderella. We can get to the hazelnut tree. The good fairy Leobelle will help us. Yes, let's get going before the prince sees you like this.
Cinderella and her mouse friends set off immediately. Everything looked so huge to Cinderella because of her size.
Everything is so huge. Does it always look this way to you, my mouse friends?
As they tried to get out of the castle's garden, Prince Leo appeared from the castle. As soon as Cinderella saw Leo's shoes, she knew it was him and hid.
There you are, mozzarella and cheddar. Have you seen Cinderella? I can't find her since this morning.
Well, couldn't she have gone to see her white horse?
Oh, of course, the barn. I didn't think to look there. Thank you.
When the prince moved away from the mice, Cinderella came out of the place she was hiding.
Hurry, Cinderella! We have to get you back to your real size before your stepsisters arrive.
Cinderella and her mouse friends began to run with all their strength to the hazelnut tree. Meanwhile, Cassandra and Jezebel got all dressed up and set off towards the palace.
My hair is so beautiful that when the prince sees it, he won't be able to stand it. No, the truth is the prince will faint when he sees me in this dress.
The stepsisters arrived at the castle after a while. And Cinderella, Cheddar, and Mozzarella finally arrived at the hazelnut tree. They were exhausted from running, and they touched the trunk of the tree to summon the good fairy.
Leobelle, come immediately wherever you are.
After a while, Leobelle appeared in glitters.
Cinderella, what happened to you? Help me, Leobelle. I ate from a magic cake brought by Puffy, and then I shrunk like this. Oh, I know the magic that will restore you.
Leobelle, who looked gigantic in Cinderella's eyes, shook her magic wand 3 times in the air. But Cinderella, instead of growing, became even smaller.
No! Leobelle, now you've shrunken Cinderella to the size of an ant. Oops.
So then, Leobelle pulled out an even stronger magic wand. And finally, Cinderella had returned.
You did it, Leobelle! You did it! Thank you! Let's get back to the castle right now!
Meanwhile, Prince Leo had given up looking for Cinderella and had returned to the castle hall. To his surprise, he found Jezebel in the hall. Jezebel tried to make him fall in love with her.
My prince, see my beauty, see my lovely hair. I dance very well also. La la la. Oh!
Cinderella finally arrived at the castle hall. And just as she did, Cassandra tried to approach Prince Leo. But when the prince saw Cinderella in the hall, he quickly ran towards her.
Gotta go. See ya. My princess, I looked everywhere for you. Where were you?
Cinderella told the prince exactly what had happened to her. How she ate the magic cake, how she got smaller, how she called the good fairy with the help of mice.
Cinderella, you're beautiful at any size. I will love you forever, no matter what.
No one could spoil the love of Cinderella and Prince Leo. Not even the evil Lady Puffy, her jealous girls, and their magic cake. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Cinderella. Cinderella was married to the handsome Prince Leo. They lived happily in the great castle and enjoyed their lives. But back at Cinderella's home, her stepmother, Lady Puffy, and her 2 daughters were all upset and jealous.
If I was living at that castle, I would be going to the best balls and dances. I would be eating the most delicious meals at the castle every evening.
Even their cat Papu would dream about a wealthy life at the castle. Lady Puffy was so angry that she threw Cinderella's things out the attic window one by one. We don't need any of these things anymore. It's all useless. Suddenly, Lady Puffy spotted a box which was left in the corner of the room. With great curiosity, she opened it up and found an old pocket watch inside. Lady Puffy took the pocket watch and headed to the living room. The sisters also were very curious when they saw the old watch, and they pressed the button on the side of the watch to open it up and to see what was hiding inside. It seemed to be an ordinary watch with an ordinary mirror, except the hands of the clock began to turn backwards. All of a sudden, bright lights shone out of the watch and lit up the whole room. They were all surprised, and suddenly, an evil fairy appeared in front of them.
Finally, I'm back in the real world.
You? What? Who are you?
I am the fairy of the past. My name is Kyra Bell.
Kyra Bell was thrown out of the fairy world because she was a bad-hearted, cruel fairy. She told Lady Puffy and her daughters,
Whoever of you ladies saved me may make a wish. Anything you want. Me, I saved you. It was me.
The evil fairy Kyra Bell chose Lady Puffy for the wish. And without hesitation, Lady Puffy made a wish. I want you to turn back time to the night of the ball. Prince Leo shall get married to one of my beautiful daughters.
Achoo!
The evil fairy waved her magic wand at the pocket watch and made every watch in the whole country turn backwards. When that happened, Cinderella suddenly found herself back in time, at the night in which she became married to the prince. Then, time slipped backwards again, when she was at the huge mansion that was built for the glass slipper. She tried to get into the mansion again. Then, she moved back in time again, when Lady Puffy and her daughters locked her up in the house and went to the mansion to try on the glass slipper. Prince Leo found Cinderella's shoe at the castle stairs, and again the clock hit 12. The wonderful dance took place once more. Then Cinderella headed to the castle in her pumpkin coach. Time kept slipping backwards until Cinderella found herself sitting under the hazelnut tree with Cheddar and Mozzarella, and Fairy Leabelle came back again.
Beautiful Cinderella, I came to help you. Leabelle, what's going on? The prince doesn't know me anymore. This must be the work of my evil sister, Kyrabelle.
Leabelle told about some mysterious box in the world of the fairies. It was strictly forbidden to open up that box, but Fairy Kyrabelle opened it anyway. She told that Kyrabelle was punished and trapped into an old pocket watch. After a long time had passed, she was set out of her prison by Lady Puffy and her daughters. She showed Cinderella that Kyrabelle was together with them.
Lady Puffy made a horrible wish to Kyrabelle. In order to fix this, we need to lock her back up inside of that watch. I agree, but how?
Leabelle, Cinderella, and their little friends made a plan. Another few days turned backwards. The ambassador of the castle announced the ball again. But this time, Cassandra and Jezebel didn't tell Cinderella about the ball and tried on their ballroom dresses in secret. The next day, to stop Cinderella from going to the ball, Lady Puffy locked her up in the attic and walked away with her daughters without saying anything. Before entering the ballroom, Kyrabelle appeared next to them. She waved her magic wand and put a love spell on Cassandra. As soon as Cassandra entered the ballroom, she caught Prince Leo's attention thanks to the love spell. The prince headed towards her and asked her if she would dance with him.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Cinderella and her little friends were still locked up in the attic, waiting for the good fairy. The white pigeon arrived at Cinderella's small window, carrying the old pocket watch in which Kyrabelle was trapped before. A moment later, the good fairy Leabelle appeared in front of them.
We have to go to the hazelnut tree right now.
Fairy waved her magic wand once, and all of a sudden, Cinderella and her friends found themselves under the hazelnut tree again. But from behind the tree, the evil fairy Kyrabelle surprised them.
Your plan will fail. Cinderella will never make it. And now it's your time to be trapped in the watch, Leabelle.
The evil fairy cast her spells at Leabelle with all her nasty powers, and Leabelle fought back with her magic wand. The little mice and pigeon hid behind Cinderella because of the powerful battle. Leabelle's wand became stronger and stronger. And finally, the evil fairy was defeated and blown down to the ground.
Cinderella, The watch! Open the watch! Hurry up! No! Please! I can't be trapped inside that watch again!
Cinderella opened the watch in her hand quickly. The evil fairy Kirabelle disappeared slowly and went back into the mirror in the watch. All the watches in the country started to move correctly again. But of course, this was not the end of the story. The ball! I'm too late for the ball, Leobelle! The good fairy, with a magic touch, gave Cinderella a wonderful dress and her famous glass shoes. A few moments later, with a little help of magic, she turned the pigeon into a huge bird. So, Cinderella sat down on the back of the pigeon, and without wasting a moment, they quickly flew away to the castle. But when she arrived, she saw Prince Leo dancing with Cassandra. Mozzarella and Cheddar ran to the prince and tried to wake him from his spell.
Hey! The most beautiful girl at the ball is over there!
The most beautiful girl?
Whatever. Let us dance. Look, she's waiting for you. Go!
As soon as Prince Leo saw Cinderella, he fell in love with her again, and the magic of true love destroyed the spell of the evil fairy. Cinderella and Prince Leo started to dance.
I think I know you. Your beautiful face looks really familiar.
Cinderella happily danced with the prince. Also, Mozzarella and Cheddar were dancing. Finally, everything was as it was supposed to be. Cinderella and Prince Leo were married again within a few days, and their lovely hearts were back on track. While Lady Puffy and her arrogant daughters were mad out of jealousy.
We couldn't make it again! Again!